or the video that I'm going to be discussing tonight is called A Call to All Spiritual Warriors and Lightworkers, Don't Trust Destiny, by the user TheRiffShaman. He goes through a lot of points, and one that I can relate to that he discusses is his claim that he's communicating with guides. Within the video, he said that he asked his guides to if he should make the video against, or speaking about destiny and kind of how to watch out for them. And I have been I had communication with beings through my friend, and it was through her finger. I would just ask a question, and through her finger she would write out an answer and then tell me the answer. So I guess that would be called automatic writing. So I was involved with that for I think it was like 2 years before, well, like a year and a half, and then I found Destiny. And once I started to get into the material of Destiny and what they were saying, I realized that the guides and the soul and like heavenly beings, angels, were all designed by the people who created us in the beginning to trap us and enslave us, to believe that we need some outer being to tell us how to live peacefully here and help us and guide us to live a way that's decent for everyone. So I have experience with talking to spirits and stuff, and I realized within the communication I had to be truthful with myself, how I really experienced myself, and how I really, why was I communicating, why was I trying to get answers from this being. And a lot of the answers that came out weren't true. And it just happened, like different situations would happen, and I'd ask, who was one of my friends, her house got broken into, and they said it was one of my other friends, and it ended up not being him, and it caused a lot of friction within our relationship and friction within our worlds. And it was based on this information that I got from the spirit. So a lot of it was very vague and deceptive, and a lot of it didn't turn out to be true, like I just said. So within myself, over time, I realized that there's something not right with this communication with this. And it was really like she wrote it through her finger, so I saw it moving, and I totally believed in it. I had no reason not to. I was totally into like psychics and spiritual pursuits, the afterlife, near-death experiences, and all that. So I just learned within that you can't trust this kind of communication. And once I realized it within Destiny that, why would I need someone outside myself to tell me how to live here, how to live in common sense, how to live with people to create a better world than what is here. And living within this, what TheRiffShaman talks about, like living in higher vibrations, being loving and sending out positive vibes and only focusing on the love and light part of the world, and how that is the way to go, is really nonsensical, because most of our world is in what we would call a negative vibe. Most of our world is suffering, and you can test this out. I've tested this out myself. You can test this out within what he says, those mantras that he spoke. Bring love into your life. Open yourself up to God. I forget the mantras exactly, but it's mostly like the positive end to the love-hate polarity, positive, negative. And he so focusing on this love and light, and only focusing on this aspect of the world is a point of ego and self-interest, because it's not solving anything. You can't pour love, light, and positivity towards the over 2 billion people that are living on less than $2 a day. It's just a fact. It's not going to do anything to help their situation. What Destiny stands for and what we speak about is bringing practical solutions to this world, becoming the solution within yourself that you want to see in this world, and being honest with yourself, being truthful with yourself, seeing yourself within a forgiveness where you deconstruct who you are through applying these forgiveness statements, to go through these points and kind of open them up through writing, through the forgiveness, and you see who you are within this moment, within these points that you're investigating about yourself. And then you have more of a clear view of who you are, and how you can change and where you can change within your life to change yourself and become that person you know you can be, and how to be to create a better situation for yourself and everyone else.